Hello, I'm back with another update on my sertraline experience for anxiety. I'm going to be talking a little bit weird right now because I have a sore in my cheek and it hurts to talk because I keep biting down on it. So, my last update was day 5, and I was like, not really much to update you on, feeling good, yada yada yada. Woo! But then, um, into the second week is when things like my anxiety started ramping up again. And I hit 2 weeks this last Saturday. So I'm into my third week now. For the last four days, I've been experiencing a lot of anxiety. Particularly, like in the beginning, I was sleeping really well. Like the first week, I felt great. I had a lot of energy. I was feeling like optimistic. I was like, oh my gosh, I can see like all of the things that I'm doing that have been kind of affecting my emotions and my behaviors to maybe possibly, figure out how I got to this super anxious state. And I was feeling good. And then second week hits and it's like, I don't feel good anymore. It's not good. But also, kind of like, I feel what jump started that is that it was after my doctor and I decided let's try to bump up to the full dose now because I was only taking 25 milligrams of the sertraline, which is half of the prescribed pill. He prescribed me 50. So I I had been taking a half a pill because the initial first full dose of the 50 milligrams was just like really overwhelming for my body and gave me a super bad panic attack. And I was like, no way. If this is how it's going to be, I'm not taking this stuff. But I was doing really well on 25. So after about 10 days of the 25, we decided every other day I would start taking the full dose of the 50. So 50 one day, 25 the next, 50 the next. So I took 2 doses of the 50 over 3 days. And it just really ramped up my anxiety and I hated it. So I let him know, like, hey, this is making my anxiety crazy. Um, is there something else that I can take with it to help calm me down? Because I am having trouble dealing with the anxiety. And he said, go back down to just taking 25. Maybe that's all you need. Maybe that dose is right for you and that's all you need for now. So just continue on with that for 4 weeks and let's see how you're feeling after that. So for the last few days, I've been back to just taking 25 milligrams of the sertraline. But I'm still not sleeping well at night. I'm still having anxiety at night. That keeps me up, and throughout the day I'm getting like these weird waves of anxiety. Like I'll just be going along doing whatever and just experience that kind of like chest discomfort, like the wave that goes through your body that causes like the tingling of the anxious feeling. And it's just like, oh, please go away. Why am I feeling this way? I was driving yesterday. I was driving home and I'm fine on the drive. I usually have it's from my mom's house to my house. It's about an hour and a half, and I usually do fine singing or just thinking, zoning out in my thoughts. But when I was driving home yesterday, there were points that I just got stuck on, like, the anxiety crept in, and I was like almost to the point of panicking. And then, of course, I was like, oh great, I'm gonna have like a panic attack on the side of the road with all my kids in the car, and I'm gonna call my husband and tell him like I'm freaking crazy. So, but I did my breathing. I tried not to focus on all that and just kind of tried to relax as much as possible and get myself home. I got home and I was just like, I don't think I should be driving today. I was also really exhausted. I didn't get much sleep the previous night. So, yeah, my lips are really chopped. What is that? Anyways, so yeah, to say the least, I am not feeling very good right now. I was getting a little discouraged, but then I went on a website called, I think it's drugs.com, where people review prescription medication. And I read all of the reviews, or not all, but I read a few pages of reviews for the Sertraline, the Zoloft. And so many people were like, this thread helped me get through the first really tough few weeks, like the first month, where it was really rocky before it got better. And when I felt like giving up or throwing in the towel on this medication, I just went through and read these reviews and told myself to hang in there, push through, and then because they say just hang in there. It'll get really rough, but then after a few weeks, you'll just one day start feeling better and stay feeling better, and that those horrible feelings will go away eventually. Just hang in there, and it's all worth it. So they said, as they read those, going through their own experience, and then they felt better, they were so grateful and thankful that other people had left their testimony with their experience, that they wanted to go back and leave their own to also contribute to that and help someone else, to encourage them to stick with it too. So I found that really kind of like what I needed to read yesterday at the time. And I'm probably going to read that again today, every day that I feel anxious, because, it can just get overwhelming when you're just trying to live your everyday life. And now you have this feeling and you just want to go and run and hide from it. But that's obviously not helpful for yourself or for anyone, especially I have kids and a life. So yes, that is where I'm at right now. I'm at day, 14, 15, I'm day 16 now. I took my pill this morning. I do take it in the morning because with me, it makes me like, what are we doing? It makes me kind of cuckoo. I have noticed my jaw has been really tight lately, and I'm wondering if that's why I have this sore on my cheek right now from biting my cheek maybe at night from, just clenching down. Yeah, just overall, my anxiety has not been good, but I will say there has been this really great meditation that I've been following, that I've been listening to at night on YouTube. And it's just like a panic attack talk down, basically. And it's not necessarily even when I have panic attacks, but just when I start getting anxiety at night, I'll listen to it. And I love it because it's just so calming in a way that's like you're experiencing anxiety and there's nothing to be afraid of. You don't have to try to run from it. Just allow it to be there and let it go through. Like, it's trying to say something, so let it say what it wants to say. Don't get stuck on it. Just breathe through it while you have those feelings, and just kind of notice, like, where are those feelings in your body? And so I'll feel them in my chest, and it'll go all the way down to like my groin area, and it'll be really uncomfortable. And then I'll start feeling like bubble guts, and like that, it just goes like up and down my torso. And it's just super uncomfortable. I feel so uneasy. I just want to crawl out of my skin. But with this, I'm trying to just, okay, I notice it. I'm not going to try to crawl out of my skin. I'm not going to try to toss and turn. I'm just going to allow it to be there, allow it to move, and just do my deep diaphragmatic breathing through it. And just, I guess, retrain my mind to not be afraid of the feeling of anxiety, because I really think that's where I'm at right now. I experience a sensation of anxiety, which is a habit now. Having that feeling is a habit, but every time I have it, I panic because I don't want a panic attack, but I'm immediately like, oh no, must do something about this right now. Stop panicking, and I just like make it completely worse. So I think it was a little more helpful to kind of just let it be there. It didn't get like worse, but it didn't go away completely. I had more of like waves, like, okay, it's gone. Oh, it's back. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's back. Where if I would have panicked over it, it would have just like stayed there consistently until I got up and distracted myself by moving around or doing, just waking up and starting my day basically, which I can't do at 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning. I mean, I just can't. I need my sleep. So I know it's hard when people say just sit with the feeling, let yourself be anxious, don't be afraid of the anxiety, just feel it. It's really hard. It's like nobody wants to, like, when you have that feeling, nobody wants to sit through that feeling. But if you find someone good to guide you through it, like a good guided meditation, like I feel like I found, and again, it doesn't take it away completely, but it really, really helps. And it helps me understand the concept of it, really, more than anything, which is then I can remind myself, like, this is just a feeling, like anger. You feel anger in your body, like sadness. You feel sadness in your body. Happiness. You feel happiness in your body. And you don't like get stuck on that feeling and obsess over it. It's just something that you experience, and you work through it however you work through it. Like when you're angry, there's things that you do, like you stomp your feet, you go to your room, you do your deep breathing, you just say whatever, right? So anxiety is no different. I'm not a therapist, okay? I'm just saying, like, this is what I'm getting out of all of these things that I've been researching and listening to. But anxiety is a feeling in your body, just like any other emotion or feeling you can experience. It's your nervous system. It contracts muscles. It's a feeling. So if you get stuck on that, like you're afraid to feel that feeling, well, then you're not allowing your body to go through the normal process of feeling and like getting past it. You're like halting it and then holding on to it and like hoping that it doesn't disperse. You know what I mean? And then it's just there. It's there, it's there, it's there, and it will not like release. So if you can kind of like deep breathe through it, eventually you can like breathe through it and release it. And like the last few nights, I've been able to release it. It comes back, but I just really, it's just not as wild. It's not as crazy. So I really recommend just allowing the feelings to be there, not panicking over having the feelings, and then breathing through it and just telling yourself, allowing yourself to release the feelings. Like, you don't have to hold on to the feelings. You don't have to be panicked over the feelings. You don't have to feel that all the time. You can release it. It's not something you have to hold on to with your body. Release it. Okay? So just try it. And then of course, the other thing I've been trying to do is meditation. So just putting on like a 10-minute meditation where they do the gong and then it starts and then you have your 10 minutes and it's like a timer for meditating. I do that. And I've been trying to do like 15 minutes of that a day. And then loving kindness meditation allows you to just have a feel-good feeling in your body when you're wishing yourself well, you're wishing others well, you're wishing your enemy well. You have a really good feeling in your heart. Like, yes, I want that for me. I want that for you. Yes, yes, yes. And then you just have like good feelings that you're experiencing in your body. And those good feelings replace like the not so good feelings. And then if you can make that a habit, then there you go. That's better than having anxiety feelings be a habit, anxious feelings be habitual. So that's my update for now. I will say, yes, I've done 2 weeks. I'm into my 3rd week, and it's it's not so great right now, but I'm still able to function. And I'm hopeful that, well, I'm praying that this is the last week, because my doctor said give it at least 3 weeks. So 3 weeks officially will be in like 5 days for me. So and that's the same day I'm going on vacation, and I'll have to be in a car for 7+ hours with all of my kids and my husband and away from the comfort of my home. And so that's like an anxiety situation for me. So I'm hoping that the medicine does kind of like kick back in in a helpful way very soon so I can have an enjoyable vacation. That's what I'm praying for. But otherwise, I'm just really hopeful that in a couple more weeks, I'll turn a corner and this will all be like a hindsight, type of situation where I'm like, man, that was horrible. I feel so much better though. So I'm really glad I did that. That's what I'm going for right now. So if you are experiencing something similar to me, just know you're not alone, and yeah, this is what it is. I guess it's just normal to be anxious. They say it gets worse before it gets better. Yes, I think that is the case for sure. So, yep. Right now, that's my main side effect. I have more of a dry mouth, but my main side effect is just increased anxiety and still hunger. But of course, I can't eat like I did the first week because I'm so anxious. And it's like, ugh. I'm nauseous because of my anxiety. I don't think I'm nauseous because of the pill. I just have like the anxiety comes and then I'm nauseous and then I don't want to eat because it's uncomfortable. So, yeah. But that's all for now, and hopefully I will give an update when things get better. Hopefully not worse, which I'm praying will be soon. So that's when I'll be back, whenever I feel better or worse. Hang in there, guys. Bye.